It was an ordinary day near a quiet riverbank when a group of bystanders noticed something unusual in the water. Their curiosity turned to shock as they realized a child was struggling, drowning in the river's cold, relentless current. Panic spread among them, but one young man dressed in white refused to stand idle. Without a second thought, he leaped into the freezing water, determined to save the boy. He didn't think about the cold or the danger. He just acted. On shore, two others quickly grabbed a wooden stick and extended it toward him, their hands trembling with urgency. The boy in white struggled to stay afloat as the current tugged at him, but with the help of the stick and the determination of those on the shore, they managed to pull the child to safety. Once on land, the truth hit them hard. The situation was far more dire than they had imagined. The group carefully laid the boy on the ground. His face was ghostly pale, his lips a chilling shade of blue. He wasn't moving. The icy water had drained the life from him, and time was slipping away. None of them were trained in CPR, but they couldn't give up. They refused to let this boy's story end here. One of them knelt beside the child and began chest compressions, pressing rhythmically against his small frame. Another patted his back, desperately trying to drain the water that had filled his lungs. The air was tense with hope and fear. Their hands didn't stop moving, each compression and every pat filled with determination. They worked in unison, ignoring their lack of training, knowing they were this boy's only chance. Minutes passed, but the boy remained unresponsive. Despair crept in as they questioned whether their efforts would make any difference. But then, a trickle of water spilled from the boy's mouth. It was a small sign, but it was enough to ignite their hope. Encouraged by this breakthrough, they redoubled their efforts. Chest compressions continued, the rhythm growing steadier. The boy's frail body started to respond ever so slightly. They didn't stop. They couldn't stop. Slowly, the boy began showing more signs of life. The faintest flicker of hope began to grow among them. Suddenly, the child's chest rose and he gasped for air. Water poured from his mouth and nose in a rush as his body fought to breathe. The sight brought a mix of relief and urgency. The boy wasn't out of danger yet. The group kept going, their hands moving tirelessly. They didn't let up, knowing that every moment mattered. The boy's skin, once pale and lifeless, began to regain its color, a vivid sign that their efforts weren't in vain. Then it happened. The boy gasped again, louder this time. He let out a soft cry, then burst into tears. Relief swept over the group as they realized they had done it. They had saved him. Without hesitation, they wrapped the child in warm clothing and called for an ambulance. Though the hospital was miles away, they had done everything they could. This act of selflessness, courage, and determination had saved a life. The boy was safe, and a family had been given back their precious son. Remember that God is good all the time.